Happy Sunday. All right, I want you guys to know how dedicated to you I am. 3 hours ago. I went to bed 3 hours ago. And I am going to go back and lay down for a little while. But I wanted to get up and I wanted to give you guys this information. So, Sunday we always talk about big picture. And we all have this thing called a primary question. We talked a long time ago about the way that we think is by asking questions. Whenever you're evaluating anything, you're doing it by asking questions. You know, is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? Is this right for me? What's going to happen next? What's happening now? What's next? How am I going to get this done? We all have a primary question. Everybody's got one. It's a question that you probably started asking yourself because something that happened in your life. It's a question that you ask yourself all the time. It's more than habitual. It's almost an obsession. But typically we don't know it. We don't know what our primary question is because we don't pay any attention to it or think about it. The problem is, a lot of times for a lot of us, our primary question is something like, why am I never good enough? How come it never works out for me? Something along those lines, which of course is completely terrible in terms of how you're going to feel long term. So I'm going to invite you to do a couple of things. Today, number one, think about, as you're driving or taking your shower, think about what is it that you ask all the time. When you're under pressure, when you're stressed, what's the question that pops into your head? Use your gut and be honest and see what it is. My guess is it's going to be something that's not that empowering. It's okay, write it down. And then think to yourself, the question not only has to be what you primarily go to, it needs to be the reason you got that question was because of something positive, but most likely also something negative. And see if you can go back and figure out where it came from. Most of the time it's something childhood. And then ask yourself, what is the reality of this question? How does it serve you, if it does? And I'm betting that you're going to find that it doesn't serve you all that great. Here's the great news. There's a super easy way to change it. So if your question is, how come it never works out for me? Then you could change it to, how can I appreciate all of the beauty that's in the world around me every day? And the way that you change your primary question is the same way that you grind anything into your body. You do it through incantations. You go for a walk, you use your entire body, you use all of your energy, and you grind it in a positive way, and it'll become your new empowering question if you do that for 10 days. So I invite you today to go on a little journey, a little exploration to see what is it that you're asking yourself all the time. And then come up with something better. How can I appreciate all the love in the world every day even more? How can I appreciate, if you want something spiritual, it's Sunday, how can I appreciate God's love for me every day even more? Whatever. Pick something that is positive, that is forward-thinking, that is an area that you want to have grow in your life. How can I experience all the growth, love, and joy that I feel every day even more? Notice I have, I put even more. That presupposes that you're already experiencing all those things, right? That's a great question. Something like that. Write it down, and for the next 10 days, have that be the first thing that you read and grind it into your body. And I think you're going to find that it's going to have a dramatic impact on changing the direction of your life. So figure out what your primary question is, or, use your gut. You're going to be close, and then come up with something new. And the something new doesn't have to be permanent. It doesn't have to be the only solution that you ever come up with regards to a primary question, but start focusing on it so that you grind in something that is a lot more beneficial to you. I invite you to do that. Have a great Sunday, everybody. We're all in this together. Let's take care of each other. Thanks for watching. I am going to go get a couple more snoozes before day 3 of Date with Destiny. Have a great one.